Give me a thumbs up for these little puppies, guys. Say hi. Say hi, cuties. What's going on, guys? It's Investing Hustler here, and today I'm going to talk about Aurora Cannabis. How low do I think Aurora Cannabis is going to go? Plus, I'm going to touch up on some news and some articles on Aurora Cannabis and a couple other cannabis stocks. So looking at Aurora Cannabis charts right here, we see that the past 2 days we've had red days on Aurora Cannabis, and some people may be panicking, some people may not be. I'm just here to give you guys my opinion on how low I think Aurora Cannabis can go. And I just want to let you guys know that I don't think this is a bad thing that Aurora has had a pullback. Also, what we need to keep in mind is that the whole sector was down. We have the S&P 500 down 1.9%, Dow 30 was down 1.77%, NASDAQ was down 2.5%, Russell 2000 was down 3.6%, even crude oil was down. And usually when all these things are down, gold is up. So let's just keep in mind, it wasn't just Aurora Cannabis that had a red day on Friday. The whole entire sector was down. Now, during this recent run, I've mentioned many times again that I don't want Aurora to push forward too fast and too soon, meaning I didn't want them to have such a huge run, because usually what's followed by such a huge run is a huge pullback. And I've mentioned time and time again that I want Aurora to consistently trade in between this uptrending support and this uptrending resistance line. So as we can see here on this day, Aurora broke past this support line, and what happened immediately, almost immediately, was it got rejected. Now what I'm thinking is Aurora might bounce off. We have a nice strong support here at around $11.50, or worst case scenario is we're going to hit this support line and then continue uptrending. That's as long as everything continues to go well in the sector and in the market. So I'm hoping that we hit this uptrending support line, or we might even go as low as the 1075 support line that we have right here. We've seen this act as a resistance 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And sometimes what we see with resistance lines is they start acting as support. So this $10.80 support line might end up being the resistance line. So I'm going to show you guys in the American prices, just so you guys know, because I do notice that a lot of my viewers are American as well. So I drew some lines. So pretty much that $10 Canadian line is pretty much the equivalent of $8 in American. So as you can see right here, this exact same previous support line might act as the resistance line right here. And that's one of the possibilities. And worst case scenario, if it breaks past this $8 American support line, which is, I'm going to go back to the Canadian charts now. Once it breaks past this $10.80, $10.70 support line, and I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. It might go all the way back down to $8, but I don't think that's going to happen unless something drastic happens in the markets and the rest of the sector starts crashing. Some bad news happens in Aurora. Worst case scenario, we're going to see $8 Canadian, but I doubt that's going to happen. And even if that did happen, I think that would be a great buying opportunity for a lot of investors. And I also do want to mention, time and time again, I've told people never to chase stocks, and we've seen Aurora make a huge run, and then people start chasing Aurora. And the reason why I always tell people not to chase these stocks is because what's followed by huge runs is pullbacks, which is what we're seeing right now. So I don't think we should panic. What's most likely going to happen is we're going to continue uptrending in between these lines. I mentioned in the past that Aurora will probably hit $14 somewhere between April and May. I think that's when we're going to be hitting $14 as long as we keep uptrending. And if we see Aurora make a huge run and it pushes forward too fast too soon, then we might immediately see a sharp decline, which is exactly what happened here. Look at these huge runs from August all the way to October. So in a matter of 2 months, we've seen Aurora go from $5 all the way to $16. So that's more than 300%. And we don't want to see that, because what happened almost immediately is Aurora had a sharp drop. So right now, I like the way Aurora keeps uptrending. I like the way they're pushing forward nicely in between these lines. And what happened, I think, was what I expected, because I did draw this uptrend line prior to this run, and I noticed that it went above this resistance line, and I said that it might be going up too soon, and we don't want it to hit the 14 too soon, because what's going to happen is it's going to pull back, And I don't know if people were listening or they started collecting profits, or it's just the way these charts are reacting, but we've seen a pullback. But when I notice Aurora seems to be oversold, I'll let you guys know. I've been talking about Aurora Cannabis on my live streams time and time again. Honestly, I think this pullback was needed, and it's nothing to be concerned about. Do I think Aurora Cannabis is a buy at $12? No, I don't. I personally won't be buying Aurora at $12. Maybe if Aurora hits 1070, I won't be buying Aurora in Canadian shares, but I might be tempted to buy a start a position in American dollars at $8 if Aurora goes down to $8 American, which would be normal because it would still be above this support line. As long as it continues uptrending in the support line, I don't think there's anything to be worried about. So that's it for Aurora. Also, I do want to talk about a company, IGNG. This is a company we spoke about in the live stream this morning, and this seems to be a company that lots of people are very interested in right now, mostly because it's had a huge run. And if you guys watched my live stream this morning, I told you guys that I was expecting a pullback, and I even had these lines drawn in this morning. If you don't believe me, you guys could check out my live stream. It's quite a long live stream, so you guys might not want to check it out. But I was talking about this in the live stream. So first of all, yesterday we had a huge gap up. I think we went over 200% yesterday. So we had a huge gap. That's one warning sign to a pullback. And then at the end of the day, we had lots of volume and it was overbought. So I was talking about it in the live stream that I'm expecting a pullback with IGNG. Almost immediately in the morning, as soon as this stock opened, a pullback. So those were two signs. Usually when you see a gap and then it was overbought at the end of the day, what was expected, a pullback, and that's exactly what happened. And I mentioned two scenarios that it's going to pull back in between these lines. And actually I drew these lines in the morning. I added this line after, and if you don't believe me, you guys could check out my live stream. I drew these lines in the live stream, and I said it's probably going to pull in between these lines and then bounce again, make a nice run. I was expecting it to make a bigger run, but it didn't. So what happened was it literally went a little bit below this line, and it went all the way down to I think 21 cents. I actually made an order today at 21 cents, and my order did not go through. So I actually made an order today. I wanted to start a very small position. This was just a gambling pay. This was just like a gambling position. Pretty much, I was willing to risk. I think it was a little more than $1,000. It was like a total of 1,500 Canadian, a little bit more in America, a little bit less in American, 1,100. So I put an order for 5,000 shares at 21 cents, and the order did not go through. Even though it kind of did look like it hit 21 cents, I guess it was just too quick, too soon, or it barely hit 21 cents. I think it went to 21.05. So my order did not go through. I was willing to gamble with this company. Let me mention time and time again, and I've mentioned this in my morning live streams, that this company is overvalued, and pretty much everyone's gambling on the fact that this company is going to have a reverse acquisition by Grapefruit Boulevard Investment, and this could be a very good thing for the company. This company can go all the way up to $5 to $4. Who knows? Possibilities are endless, but nothing is guaranteed right now. So this is definitely a gamble play. High risk, high reward, penny stock, potential to make. People have made over 200% on this company. This is ticker symbol IGNG, and it's Imagine Inc. It's a medical equipment supplies and distribution company. Went down 34%, which is what I expected. You don't believe me? Check out my morning live stream that I did today. But look at the valuations: 494 price to revenue, price to sales 321. Also, another one of my concerns is total assets, 3,000 in total assets. Total debt, 2.19 million in total debt. So it has 3,000 in assets and about 13 million market cap. So it has more. Its market cap is way bigger than its total assets. So this is strictly a gamble speculation play. A lot of potential to make money. A lot of people already made money in it. Just be careful with this one. Make sure you do your due diligence and invest at your own risk. I just wanted to talk about this real quick. Also, another company I want to talk about real quick. I don't think I'm actually going to get to articles because it seems like I'm just going to be analyzing a few stocks I've been looking at, is Tesla. And Tesla is creeping up on the support line that I've drawn time and time again. And as you can see right here, I have a few lines. I have one at 260 and one at 250. And right here, this is where I'm looking to buy Tesla, because we've seen Tesla hit this support, both of these supports, time and time again. We've seen it hit it at least, I think, 3 times. I don't know if this time will count, but we've seen them hit 1, 2, and then 3, and now we're approaching the 4th time. So I'm really patiently waiting until Tesla goes in between these lines, and I do think that will be a good buying position. It's never guaranteed that it's going to bounce back immediately. Who knows? Tesla might hit this support and then break below it and go back to new lows. And anything is possible. If it does go back down, if it continues to decline, let me just draw some lines. I think worst case scenario, we might see Tesla go all the way down to 225 if it continues to decline. Doubt it's going to happen, but at this point, anything's possible. Markets could go wrong. Anything can crash the markets. We have Trump as a US president who can easily crash the market. Any negative news can negatively impact any one of these markets. Another company I want to talk about is Nio. And Nio, I've made a video about it, and I said that I bought some Nio at $5.80. So I'm currently down 4% on that position. And I do have a support line for Nio, and I did say once it goes below $6, I would be looking to purchase Nio, and I ended up picking up some Nio shares at around $5.80. And I've also drawn the support line at around 560 and between 580. And it's literally been trading in between these lines. We could go to the 5-minute charts, and we could see Nio trading in between these lines. We've seen them go as low as go a little bit lower than 560. Recently, they've went as low as 544, then bounce back up, and it seems to have a nice resistance at $6. And now they're trading in between this support and this resistance. Obviously, if you're not a Nio shareholder, what you want is Nio to continue to decline and hopefully pick up some cheap Nio shares. It's possible that Nio can break below this support and continue to downfall. And I did say that I'll be picking up some Nio shares. My next buying position will be at around $5.30. I'll be looking to average down, which is exactly why I started off with such a small position of Nio. And if you're a Nio shareholder, obviously you wanted to break past this resistance of $6 and hopefully start uptrending. Right now, Nio currently went down 3.77%, currently down 0.18% in the post market. So it's pretty much doing what's expected. It's trading in between this this support, this resistance. What I want to see is some consolidation and see it start uptrending or pushing forward past the $6 line. Hopefully we get some good news with the trade wars, and that might help this stock. As of now, this company is trading sideways, and we're going to see just how long this company will be trading sideways for. So I guess today was just a video strictly on some analysis. I might end up making another video just updating you guys with some news. Let me know if you like these kind of videos where I could just analyze these stocks. Also, if you want me to analyze different companies, just leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll do that as well. If you enjoyed this type of video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about my chart analysis. Let me know whether you think I'm way off, whether I have a point, or if you have any points that you want to add that I might have missed. And that's it for now, guys. Bye-bye.